Hey everybody, welcome to a very special 5-minute review episode of the Horropocalypse podcast. Today, I am going to be reviewing, for a quick review, The Perfection, 2019, directed by Richard Shepard. This is a Netflix original, I believe. It stars Logan Browning as Lizzie, Allison Williams as Charlotte, Steven Weber as Anton. It's basically about a troubled musical prodigy, Charlotte, who seeks out Elizabeth, the new star pupil of her former school. This encounter, which you kind of think it's a chance encounter, but it eventually sends both musicians down a sinister path that has some pretty shocking consequences. Its total runtime is about 90 minutes. As I mentioned, you can watch it on Netflix. It's rated a 74% by critics on Rotten Tomatoes, a 6.1 out of 10 on IMDb, and a 61% on Metacritic. All right, where to begin on this? First off, if the audio quality on this is pretty bad, I want to apologize. I'm actually just recording in my living room right now. I had to get this out as quickly as possible while it was still fresh in my head. The Perfection, as I said, is a Netflix original. It has a premise that I haven't really experienced before. It's rival musicians fighting over the approval of their mentor. So Lizzie and Charlotte kind of have this, it begins with a love affair. Then it turns into something much, much worse as it seems like they're fighting over Anton. Throughout the movie, though, there's lots of twists and turns, like who's the bad guy, who's the good guy. One minute you think it's Charlotte's the good girl, then you think she's the bad girl. Anton's just doing what he can. Anton's the villain. Lizzie is a vindictive bitch. Lizzie is just the struggling musician. Lots of ups and downs. Before I watched this, I actually read up on a lot of reviews myself, and it seemed to be the most common denominator on this is people claiming that it was just a feminist propaganda film. And I don't know if you heard me mention the director, if you paid attention to it. Richard Shepard. Dick is the director of this. So this can't be further from the truth that this is a feminist propaganda film. That's like claiming that I Spit on Your Grave was a feminist propaganda film because she chose to fight back rather than just shrug it off. This movie is a revenge film, pure and simple. And just because the character who is, or character or characters that are seeking revenge are women, doesn't mean that it's a feminist propaganda film. These are people who struggle, and to come out and say something like that, I think just demeans this movie a bit. But another complaint that I heard was how the flashbacks were filmed. I loved the flashbacks. It was sort of a quick rewind over the last 15-20 minutes of the movie that you saw, and then a 2-minute recap revealing the information that they want you to see. So it was very well done. I actually really enjoyed that. All in all, I really enjoyed this film. And it's not just because the, oh my god, sexy Logan Browning makes the beast with two backs with Allison Williams, but because I didn't see a lot of these plot twists coming. It did definitely catch me off guard. There was one plot twist I saw coming right off the bat. I'm like, oh my god, let's see where this is going. And it happened, and I'm like, all right, well, that was predictable. I knew this was coming. Then it plays out, and then there's this other massive twist at the end, and I'm like, holy shit, I did not see that one coming. And then at the very, very end, the final scene, the final concert, is just, it's an image that I think will stick with me for quite a while. All in all, I really enjoyed it. I didn't see a lot of the plot twists that they did after the very predictable one. And there's this little girl, I forget her name, but there's this little girl that she's coming to the music school, Bachoff, that they're coming to train. And one of the girls is put on stage to perform. And the trick is that they have to perform. If they miss one note, then they get punished. The twist was in this one little minor twist was that if the performer, now it's funny, I'm gonna go a little off topic here. You guys know we are a spoiler filled podcast, but for this movie I'm trying very, very hard not to provide any spoilers, because I think it's gonna cause a lot of issues with this movie when you see it. You need to see this movie blind. Don't I don't recommend watching any trailers. I don't recommend reading any reviews. I don't recommend following up on any spoilers. Just go in and watch this movie. It's highly recommended, definitely. But back to the little girl, the performer had to hit every note perfect, had to be perfect, or they would get punished. The twist on this one was they sat the little girl in the front row, and the villain stood behind the little girl and told the performer that one missed note, they were going to punish the little girl. And so she's playing through, and it's like the last 7 notes in her concerto. She misses one note, and you're waiting for that note. And you know it's coming to the end, and you're like, oh, thank God she did. Oh shit, she didn't do it. So it does catch you by surprise, even though you're expecting it. Everything about this movie, the gore, there is gore. There's dismemberment. There is revenge, there's twists, there's fantastic music, which I'm probably going to overlay into this review because I did it on one of the other ones and I got some compliments on it. So I may add music to this one as well. Just everything about this movie was very entertaining. And I started it thinking, I'm going to play on my phone. I've got this game I need to do every day. So let me do this. I'll put the movie on. It'll be background noise. And within about 15 minutes, I was hooked. And the phone went down. I spent the rest of the time staring at the screen. It was good. Out of 5, I definitely rate this probably about a 4 out of 5. I would love you guys to check it out. Let me know what you think. You can send us an email at horropocalypse@gmail.com, or I highly encourage you to call in and let us know what you think. Leave us a voicemail. We'll put it on the air at 323-5-HORROR. That's 323-5-HORROR. Just spell that out on your phone, and that'll bring you right to us. Leave a voicemail. We'll put you on the air. We'd love to hear what you think. But anyway, guys, check out the movie. Check us out on Patreon. You can support us for as little as $1 a month. And YouTube. Check us out on YouTube right now. We're trying very hard to get our 100 followers so we can get our custom URL. But if you search Horropocalypse Podcast, it should pull us right up. I'm working very hard on putting out and uploading a video every day. So every single day, you're going to get anywhere from 1 to 2 videos from us. Check that out. Let us know what you'd like to see. We're going to start running our Twitch here pretty soon as well. I've already got 2 games lined up. I've got Layers of Fear all set up on my PC, and I've got Call of Cthulhu set up on Xbox One. So let us know what you'd love to see with that one, and we'll get to work on that. But guys, thanks so much for listening. Let me know what you think of The Perfection. Let us know what you think of the show.